Well, and we are waiting and waiting for people, but well, I guess we can get going, Ryan, right?
Yeah. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to our weekly live stream. Sorry, last week we were not able to make it happen. James was actually in Colorado for the Rocky Mountain Subaru Festival.
It
I
was a
wanted to
lot of
make sure
fun. A lot of fun.
I got that correct. Yeah, that's what I heard. And I was actually in Colombia, as weird as that is. He traveled out of Colombia. I went into Colombia, um, but we both each got a lot of great footage.
Heck yeah. Yeah, wow, that was a fun trip last week. I almost did not go. I was like this close from not going,
Oh my gosh.
and I'm super happy I did because obviously it was a fun event, and like, Colorado is actually one of my favorite places in the world right now, that I have traveled to thus far. So I'm super happy I went, and it was well worth it. If you guys ever get the opportunity, you should totally go out to that event, or just go out to Colorado and hang out because mountain roads are awesome, and it's just a really cool place.
How many cars did you get to cruise down there with?
There were six Subies and one Lancer.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I understand. So Lindsay taped up the front of her car for the
hmm
ride there, right?
Yep,
That was a good idea. I
that was.
probably would have followed suit and done the same thing.
That was.
And then one of the other cars that you rode along with, they won the '08 to '14 WRX/STI
hmm
car show, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Awesome.
That w that was Courtney Castle. So like shout out to her in her j- in her Jigglypuff pink themed '08 WRX.
Yeah,
It's
that's right.
it's a cool
What's up,
car.
Skylar?
Here, let me post on the good old Facebook page real quick. If you already haven't, Ryan, have you?
I have not, no.
Okay.
But, so I guess today's topic that we're going to be discussing, uh, as you can all tell, is kind of a, oh, what am I trying to say? It's kind of a controversial subject because it's been going on since what, Thursday or Friday? Is that right?
Yeah, like late this past week.
All kinds of tech, or all kinds of car bloggers, not tech bloggers, all kinds of car bloggers have been writing their responses in reference to this, so we figured we might as well take
hmm
a stab at it.
Yeah, definitely. Here, let me get our link to it. Um, okay.
Nice, Skylar. You looking at carbon fiber hood?
Dope. Okay, cool.
Okay,
That is good
so
to go.
let's start with introducing the two YouTubers that we will be discussing.
Right. So, um, the two individuals involved in this interesting drama, I guess. One is TJ Hunt, and one is SmurfinWRX or Mike. And I actually myself have been a big fan of both of them. Like over the years, I have watched their channels grow, and I've kind of watched them as individuals as well. Both are highly motivated people. They know what they want and how to get there, which is pretty cool. Like it's honestly kind of inspiring. Um, and they both have really big, like they both have really big YouTube channels now. Um, I think TJ's about what he's almost at 800,000. I think he's like upper 700s. Um, and let's see, Mike is uh, what's he at now? He's only at around 350,000. So yeah, TJ's really sprung up in these past couple of months. Um,
Yeah, so what James is trying to say is both of these guys are car YouTubers. They
right.
are very well known in the car world and very well established. You might know SmurfinWRX or Mike for his tuner crate, and the issue that has been going on between Mike and TJ is there was a website that the two started called Hunt and Company,
hmm
and I guess for whatever reason, TJ decided to create a new website by the name of The Hunt and Company. Kind of just took it out from underneath of him like that. But yeah, James is going to play a couple of clips. You guys might have seen them, but yeah, this one is Mike explaining everything that TJ has done or has not done.
Hmm.
You know, hasn't been very responsive to his text messages, emails, or any form of contact, really.
Right, yeah. So, I mean, like, we can just play a little bit of this video. Like, we'll have the links for 'em if you want to go watch them, but they're on their channels too. Um, but
At this
here's,
point, TJ Hunt's being completely unreasonable, and I don't know what else to do. If you guys have been following my Snapchat, you guys know exactly kind of
James?
what's going on.
yeah, what's up?
Our attorney advised
Oh, it
us
looked
not
like
to do this.
it sounded like
do this
your
video.
audio went out. But
Oh,
But we do have
yeah,
a legal
so we're gonna make sure
verbiage,
to
I
link
guess,
both
lack
of
of
these
better words,
videos
of
in
what to
the
say.
description below because
Mike's
we
gonna
would
read
hate
it
to
to you
give
guys,
you
and
any
afterwards,
misinformation
I'm gonna go
on the
with this attorney's
topics.
advice and just
But I
say
think
what I
we've
wanna
both
say.
watched our fair share of
So the attorney said,
videos on it,
after your
and
partnership with Michael Wynn,
I'd hope
TJ
that we
Hunt
can
made the
offer some
decision
pretty
to
good
take
advice, or
ownership
from
of
our
the
viewpoint at least.
company. We believe TJ
The thing
benefits
is,
from the
when
company and TJ's operation
you bring
is
this
competing
kind of
company,
topic up,
which sells the same designs bearing the same
you make
hunting
it
company
everyone's
name,
business. You don't just
violated
make
the
it
terms of
yours
the parties'
and the
partnership
person
agreement,
who
and
you're
agreed
in the
to
contract
price.
with. You don't
With
make
sudden
it
departure
just
and
about
sale
them.
of
You make
TJ
it
products,
about
Hunt
everyone
Company
now. So the
has
entire car
success
world
as
knows
well
about
as
this.
instrumental work in helping
right,
Hunt
yeah.
Company.
Especially, you know, like
When
they're
Mike attempted to amicably
pretty big
part ways,
YouTubers,
TJ hired legal
and
counsel and
they're
stopped communicating with
pretty
Hunt.
well known
TJ's actions have caused great
in the
stress
car
and conflict
community.
with
So
the
when,
company
you know, like
employees
stuff like this
and
happens,
staff.
everyone knows
We are
about it.
exploring our legal
Um,
options at this time.
yeah, so from like my understanding of it, um, Mike and TJ, you know, go in on a partnership. They make the I think it's an LLC, but I could be wrong. You have to watch the video. But they go in on this partnership together. They are working on it. Mike had already had his company established, which is Tuner Crate. So he has all of the logistical, you know, like expertise. He is used to shipping out things. He's used to marketing. He has his own, you know, T-shirt printer, all that stuff, right? So he and TJ make Hunting Company, which is supposed to be half TJ's brand Hunt, and then Company, which is supposed to be Mike's half of it, right? So from what they said, basically, is that Mike was doing all of the back end work, all of the logistical stuff because he has the equipment. He also fronted a good portion of like the startup capital for it, which I think he said was around 100 grand. So that's not cheap. Um, so yeah, so he's doing the back end stuff, and he tells TJ, hey, you know, like we've got the back end stuff. You go out there, you have fun, and like you get big on YouTube, like you blow up, which he has obviously. Um, so obviously after TJ gets bigger, like they would make more sales because of more people watching, and they want merchandise. You know, it's a good plan, obviously. So a couple months after that, you know, like TJ's off having fun and all this stuff, I guess. And then they go, or what was it? Apparently TJ felt a little disconnected because he wasn't, you know, he wasn't active in the like manufacturing and like the shipping processes and all of that stuff of Hunting Company. Um, which, you know, happens when you are off doing other things and like trying to grow the channel, which, you know, like makes sense. Um, so I guess because he felt a little disconnected, he wanted to make his brand really his brand, um, by just making a new website, which is called like The Hunting Company, right? And it's essentially the same products that like Mike was working with him on. So it's kind of, well, I mean, it is like a duplicate site basically, and all of the revenue that that him and Mike were, sharing are now basically going to TJ because he has this new website. And what kind of sucks about it is that he just did this out of nowhere and kind of left Mike in the dark there. Um, so um, apparently TJ isn't in the like mindset of trying to buy out like Mike's portion of Hunting Company. So in order like to get around that, he just went and made that new website so he wouldn't have to buy out Mike's like share of the company. Makes sense.
Right. And I want to make this very clear. Neither James nor I have met either of the two. We have not met TJ Hunt. We have not met Mike ourselves. So we can't comment directly on their demeanor. However, we know of people that have met them, and we can kind of deduct from the way they act on YouTube. I mean, they both seem like, for the most part, genuine people. I would think Mike more so. I mean, I'm just getting that from his videos and how he's gone about some of his other things. There has been one other video where he kind of called out a company. I noticed it was like Premium Auto Styling may have messed up his paint job on his WRX. This was a long time ago. But yeah, Mike has definitely had these kind of videos before, but I hope he's not trying to do this just to gain viewership, because as it turns out, over the course of a little while, Mike's channel has kind of been decreasing in terms of subscribers. That's not to say that this video that just happened for TJ Hunt just lost like 6,000 subscribers over the course of just this weekend. So that's a huge decrease for him. And like James said earlier, it's kind of a drop in the bucket at this point. But at the same time, those 6,000 followers is going to take quite a while to gain back. The way I see it, and again, like, this is just my advice. This is my opinion. I think the fact that TJ didn't buy Hunting Company from Mike, the fact that he didn't buy it from Mike and just built his own replica website, kind of gives me all the information that I need. I think that was a completely crook move on his part, and all of these employees that Mike went out and hired, their entire families are now kind of up in the air. They're kind of screwed because they're not going to have a job to feed their families. And TJ didn't care. He didn't care that they weren't going to have a job. He didn't care that they weren't going to make any money. That, like I said, just gives me all the information that I need to know.
Right. Yeah, so, I mean, now, what we've been saying thus far has basically been like Mike's side of the story, which I would definitely recommend watching both Mike's and also TJ's videos just to kind of see what each side has to say. Now, from like TJ's like perspective, he was trying to reach out to Mike, I guess, it is what he claims in his video. They went to this rally, I guess, together, and like Mike didn't say a single word to him, even though they were in, like the same area, basically, like in the same small group of cars, and like Mike didn't apparently try to reach out to him. So that's interesting. Like, there's always two sides to the story, and like,
Absolutely.
and like we are not trying to choose a side, obviously, because like, even though sure, like, they're big YouTubers, but we don't want to make that stance, obviously. Like, we're just trying to give our opinion and just kind of explain what happened between the two of them, I guess. But like, we'll never truly know, since that's just how these things kind of work.
Exactly. Yeah, and it just seems like such a muddy situation. I hope on both of their behalfs that they signed um, many legally binding contracts to hopefully figure out, or to hopefully have something set in stone.
Right, right, definitely. Yeah, apparently like the lawyer fees are eating Mike alive.
I believe it.
Um, it has to be expensive. It can't be cheap with a partnership like this. Um, yeah, generally in the business world, like partnerships and small little conglomerates like that, they don't always work out because of things like this or conflict of interest. So if you are going to start a partnership, choose your partner carefully. Isn't that right, Ryan?
That's darn right.
Yep.
That's darn right. Yeah,
Um,
and James and I have no idea where our YouTube channel is going to go. Obviously, we would both like to see it succeed.
mhm.
Um, Editing videos and having being in class 35 hours a week is extremely tiring. So it has gotten a lot more difficult on me, at least this semester. Hopefully next semester it will free up a little bit more time, but um, yeah, we're trying. We're really, really trying. Both of us are.
Oh yeah. Um, yeah, definitely. So Ryan is in school. He's in like a sonogram program or an ultrasound program.
Same thing.
Same thing. So that's rough. I'm in my senior year of college. That's going rough thus far, and then work on top of it. But we are trying to get content out to you guys as much as we can and as quickly as we can. Um, in fact, I can probably show you guys a little sneak peek of the Rocky Mountain Subaru Festival uh, that I have been working on.
I
Um,
haven't even seen any of this yet, so I'm
so
kind
this
of
is
excited to
this
see
is
it too.
exclusive. All right, here, let me get this bad boy up. All right, now I don't have a lot of it done yet. Here, let me minimize my good old webcam here. It's just going to turn that off.
Yeah, yeah. Don't minimize me, dude.
Hang on.
I'm kidding, man.
There we go. Okay. So hopefully this isn't too loud, but we'll see. All right. Are you ready for this?
I don't know. I hope my ears aren't going to be bleeding.
I hope not either.
Headphone users, turn your volume down.
Right?
No sound.
What? No sound?
No sound.
No!
But this is cool though too. Kyle Howard said Colorado. Yeah. Wow. This footage looks awesome. That's legit.
Yep, so that's a little sneak peek. Um, hang on, Ryan. There's two of you. There's a Ryan on a Ryan.
How about that?
A Ryanception. But, yeah, so Adobe freaking Premiere is crashing on me like crazy. It isn't rendering anything at all, and it's super frustrating right now. I might just have to get a newer view, or a newer version of it, rather.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that sucks.
And if that doesn't work, we're just gonna have to switch to Sony Vegas Pro.
I mean, at that point, I
I'm
mean, like, we
kidding.
just need content at this point. Who cares
Yeah.
what software we use? Yeah,
We're just
so
gonna each buy a Mac computer and just edit everything on that.
yeah, just gonna buy a big old Mac.
Gross. All right, so welcome to the chat, everyone. Hopefully, I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit larger than this, but regardless, I'm glad you guys were able to stick around.
Yep.
You want to give out the sponsor plug now?
Yeah. So we have our first sponsor, which is Anarchy Motive. They do custom shift knobs. They do great work. They can be a little slow sometimes to get the orders out. I'm still waiting on my shift knob that I ordered from June, but
Okay.
I'm still having faith, hanging in there. But as of right now, like they also do good work. So,
Yes.
um, I'm sure I'm just being a special, you know, case in this instance. Anyway, so
And you like a nutcase?
yeah, basically a wing nut maybe too.
I'm
And
kidding, James.
gosh, Ryan. So sponsor two is of course we have excuse me we have Seamless Designs. They do all of our custom shift boots and e-brake boots and whatnot. Um, they they do great work. I will say that.
Yeah,
So
James has already gotten his
mhm,
shift boot and e-brake boot. Is that right?
yes, I've
Yeah.
had that for a while and it's fantastic.
I
Um,
s- he actually expressed interest in doing an e-brake boot and shift boot for my Lexus SC300 as well.
that'd be sweet.
So eventually, I will get those shipped out to him so he can make a template and actually make them. But right
Right?
now, I haven't gotten to that. I feel kind of bad because it's kind of rough to get the whole assembly off for the e-brake boot because it's like you have to remove the driver's seat and then you have to take out some really long nuts and screws. Sorry, screws or bolts. Jeez. You have to take out some really long bolts, and then the whole assembly comes out, uh, and then you can remove the e-brake boot finally after that.
Yeah, so that's a lot
Whereas
of
the
work, like for no reason. Like what the hell?
Yeah,
No
well,
reason at all.
Toyota built these cars to be freaking tanks. There's no
Oh, it's true.
like I had a local friend from Colombia try to do some paintless dent repair to the Lexus, and he couldn't find really any like openings for him to actually go in on and pull out dents on in certain areas. So he's like, "Holy cow, these cars are built really well. I don't even know how to get into the fender without drilling holes."
Right?
So yeah, they're built like tanks. They really are.
Oh, Kyle, thanks for watching it. So he so he just sent me a little video of him like zooming in on us on the screen and it looked really funny.
Nice.
Hearts, Kyle. There you go.
Right on. Thanks for tuning in, Kyle.
Yep.
At any rate, thanks to everyone for tuning in this week to our special live stream about TJ Hunt being exposed.
Hmm.
Hopefully this
Scandalous.
doesn't. Hopefully this story develops a little bit more throughout the week,
Mm.
and we'll know more. We'll try to keep you guys updated on the Facebook page. James, anything else?
Um, no, that's about it. Stay tuned for the Colorado video coming out soon this week. And then hopefully I can also get out my official like review of the car too. So stay tuned for those. Alrighty, guys. Well, as always, we appreciate all of your support because it's awesome, and we shall catch you guys later. Peace.